go around there, rise and fine ass.
You're playing touch butt with that dork in the park, the ponytail. And I'm the one who ain't got no training partner. I don't think so. Seem to have it all figured out when you're playing midget.
Damn it! 60 G's, baby!
Dust of Shakedown begins right now. What's happening? Dust Up Shakedown is here. We are back with another episode, and look who we got with us today. We got Leroy back in the fucking studio. We got Yao in the studio. We got
Give him the head.
Dane all up in the studio. Yeah, it's gonna be a good episode. I'm ready for this one. I'm ready for this.
Who are you?
Oh, don't worry. Nobody cares about me, man. You, man, are the people that people come to see, man. You know what I mean? Nobody gives a damn about me. Hey,
Black man.
this is let's not start that shit. Let's save that till fucking Friday, man. You know what I mean? That shit was fucking crazy Friday, man. But yo, how you been, man? How's your day been?
I've been amazing. My day has been great. Working. Looking forward to talking all things MMA. You know, I'm just especially with EFC 114 coming up tomorrow. Super excited. Good day.
Yeah, we'll definitely be.
You guys all look
that
very
one.
somber.
Yeah. Let's come to McDane. McDane. I've enjoyed a little bit of jingles in the background before we came on air. I learned something new about you today, man. This brother can sling a ukulele. I didn't know you could do ukulele like that. You know what I mean? Big skills, brother. Yeah, but big up yourself, man.
Not as useless as he looks, eh?
That's I didn't even know you had them kind of skills right there, but you learn something new every day. How's your day been, brother?
It's good, mate. 12-hour shift, absolutely dragged out like a motherfucker. Scotland's cold as hell again. But we're here. We're doing the Dust Up Shakedown because Leroy is a dickhead.
How is Scotland cold right now? Isn't it midsummer for you guys?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, because it's like 31 here at the moment. It's melting hot.
Fucking freezing, mate. It's back down to like 10 degrees today. It's cold.
Oh, shit. Fucking hell.
Get
the bite on you.
I love that jingle you made up, by the way. But that's a nice little jingle. Leroy, how's your day been, man? Everybody's talking about coldness, but you live in the coldest part of the fucking world in Canada.
It's like 30 degrees at the moment. I'm just melting. It is fucking hot.
Can you believe this shit? Nature is a motherfucker, right?
Well, it just reminds me of being back home. Can't complain too much.
This brother is in a 30-degree fucking weather in one of the coldest regions in the world, but when it really gets to getting cold.
That's the wildest thing about Canada. Like, we spoke about it on the fucking live stream, but how much it sways, bro. Like from minus 30 to plus 30, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's only going to get hotter as well.
What's the peak in Montreal like?
I don't know. I haven't experienced it yet.
No shit.
This will be my first summer in. The peak in British Columbia though, where I was I think we hit 41, and also we at that same year the low was negative 40.
Raj was having
negative 40.
That's crazy. Before we go ahead, let me give a shout out to everybody that's watching us live right now. All of you that's watching us on playback, big up to all of you. Please make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're hitting that share button. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button and following all the guys on the channel right now, on the panel right now. The Rambling That podcast, Kick Them in the Head Kick podcast, and the Fight Week show. Make sure you're following us on YouTube.
All the links are in the description.
That's the best way you could really help us and help us grow the channel and the platform. Salute to all of you for pulling up. And one more special shout out to my brother Lee Gunner. Happy birthday to you, bro. Hope you do well. Hope you had a good day. It's Lee's birthday today, man, and he's been kicking it. He had a celebration.
Are we gonna sing for Lee?
So
what is he now? 21 plus 21?
Yeah, one of those. You know, I mean, Lee's an old boy. So yeah, man, big shout out to him, man. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday
you actually went with that thumbnail,
Lee Gunner. Bro,
what?
It's go on. No.
I changed it. Did it? Has it not updated?
You changed it. I don't. Sorry, bro. I'm just being fussy. Don't like the font.
Oh yeah.
All the phrasing. That is like the way you just literally done the laziest shit you could possibly do, but it's cool.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
Can't complain when it's free, bitch. Go
Right.
fix it.
Right. There's been a couple things in the news, and there's no other to start with than Conor McGregor and the stunts he's been pulling. Whether he's there or not, he pulls stunts. He gets people talking. Conor McGregor is at it again. Leroy, spin the clip.
On the day of the scheduled press conference for UFC 303, McGregor vs. Chandler, the UFC postponed the press conference until further notice, void of an explanation for the cancellation. McGregor later posted to X stating, "In consultation with the UFC, today's press conference was cancelled due to a series of obstacles outside of our control. I apologize to my Irish fans and fans around the world for the inconvenience and appreciate all your passion and support. I can't wait to put on the greatest all-time show in the octagon."
I mean, McGregor's back, and he's doing what he's been doing best for quite some time, which is
And the controversy follows.
Staying out of the octagon for one reason or the other, whether injury, whether this, whether that. But McDane, I'll come to you first on this one. I mean, we talk about Conor McGregor a lot on this platform, and rightfully so, because it gives us reason to talk about it. He's just giving you another reason to chime in. Please let us know what you're thinking on this one.
Let me tell you my thoughts in a jingle. No, I'm joking. Yeah, it's up in the air, and I was speaking to fucking Tyler from Mom's Basement yesterday. At the moment, everyone's speculating. Everyone's putting it up. Oh, it's this, it's that. He's injured. It's cancelled. They've taken this down. They've taken that down. YouTube videos have been put back to private. ESPN's got it up that it's been cancelled or whatever. It's not there. Whatever it looks like. Is it really, or is this just a little PR stuff? That's what I'm thinking. God damn, what was that? Somebody got a gong in the house. I was just about going to sleep there.
I've never seen a guilty face.
I know. Right?
Smiling like Yao's face right now.
Ye guilty.
You know one of them where you let off a little silent fart and then you try to fucking look like it wasn't you. You know what I mean? Trying to make it look like it wasn't silent and it ain't you. Yeah, that was the face you just pulled right there. Bro.
Yeah, I was like a 10-year-old Yao again there, and he just smashed something that he shouldn't have smashed, and he's like,
"Oh fuck!"
I didn't even move off my seat. It wasn't even me. But yeah, like it is. I think it might be a PR stunt. I think they're just trying to cause some controversy and just trying.
I reckon he's injured.
That's what everyone thinks, bro. That's what
because if it's
That's
outside of your
innocent.
control, the only thing you needed to do was fucking turn up in Ireland where you are. What would be out of your control that you couldn't turn up?
Might have been on his yacht. Bro.
Dana said it's a shin injury.
Who said it was an injury?
Dana White said it's a shin injury.
Has he actually said that? I've not seen it.
Mm.
When did he
So it's
say that?
apparently a shin injury to Conor that stopped the fight from happening.
A shinjury.
Okay. I mean, we might as well pull up next to Yao. I mean, you just basically updating us now that Dana's come up with the actual injury was preventing Conor from attending the press conference and even going ahead with the fight. So what's your take on all of this?
So they've canceled the press conferences. They've canceled all media for Conor. And Dana, a couple of hours ago, came out saying that it's actually due to a shin injury to Conor McGregor that the fight has been called off. Now, what does that mean? Right now, we're not sure exactly in terms of specifically Michael Chandler, but we will talk about him later in the show. But yeah, so that's what's happening. Conor's out, injury. There's definitely no fight between him and Chandler at 303, and they're now looking for either replacement for Chandler to fight on the main card as the main event, or who knows? We might get MVP versus Ian Gary. Well, at this point, who knows? Powhatan. Maybe Powhatan steps up. We don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, that's what's happening with Conor McGregor specifically.
One of the reasons why I was actually looking forward to this 303 was look, I like the back and forth that went on between Chandler and Conor during the Ultimate Fighter season, and it just feels like that season hasn't reached its conclusion. Like, you want to see the conclusion of that season because they got a new one coming out between Shevchenko and Grasso. And usually when the coaches do their dance, that's what really closes down the season, right? Leroy, I mean, what do you think?
So I absolutely want to. I mean, I just like watching McGregor. Every time McGregor's on a card, it doesn't matter who he's fighting, man. It's a spectacle, and everyone gets into it. It's good fun. Whether you want him to win, whether you want him to lose, it's always a good time. I was just reading here though, just an article published that Ariel Helwani's show. You know how many inside sources that guy has. He said, as of last night and as of today, this morning, early afternoon, I can tell you that there is great positivity that this fight is going forward. If you're asking me straight up to shoot with you all straight up, is Conor McGregor going to fight Michael Chandler on June 29th? My answer is yes. So, I mean, he typically knows something more than the rest of us in this space.
Yeah. Like, I don't know where you've seen this yet, but honestly, I'm not saying that I don't believe you, bro, but I've not seen Dana White say shit about no shin.
No, I don't believe in full stop. I think y'all's full shit.
Yeah, it's full
Yeah.
shit.
Look, I heard it on Twitter. So who knows?
I was gonna say, like, for me, it's more of like Dana says a lot of things.
Twitter. If you heard it on Truth Social, I don't think you can lie on Truth Social. So, had you referenced that one?
Sure? Are you sure?
Well, it's in the name.
Yeah, it's true though, isn't it?
Well, I'm looking at it now. Conor McGregor. Oh, that's June 16, 20. Oh, yeah, never mind. That's 2016. Never mind. 2016. My bad.
Yeah, so this is the same controversy that we've seen a million times over.
This is what I'm saying. Everybody's chatting shit until the fat man comes out and sings. I ain't believing fucking nothing. You know what I mean? Until Dana White's bald ass is
the fat
sitting on a video. Dana White's the fat man. Did you see the video? The picture I put up the other day. Look at my amazing transformation in a few years. Yeah, it's funny what death will do to a man, innit? When you get told you're gonna die if you don't change your fucking diet.
Yeah.
Like,
so I don't think it was a PR stunt though, because maybe it was, but Dana was booked straight over to Ireland for the presser.
I'm telling you right now. Yeah.
You don't reckon he ever got on a plane or anything?
Nope.
Yeah, fair enough. I could see that being the case. But if McGregor is to fall out of this main event, who would you want to see step up to fight Chandler?
Diego Lopes, just absolutely fucking shred him. Lopez.
You reckon?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Dude's an absolute animal.
He's good, but I mean, yeah.
Chandler likes to come out.
I don't know if he's got the name value to replace a Conor McGregor.
I'd like a Do Bronx versus Chandler rematch. You know what I mean? That's
yeah.
You know, Do Bronx caught him, but could Chandler have done more in that fight? Because that fight never really got started. He still reminds me of the, you know, Conor McGregor Aldo. Like, not a lot went on in that fight before Oliveira caught him. So could Chandler have done more? Maybe a rematch between him and Oliveira makes sense. They're big names, and you know they could definitely save the 303. Everybody would sign up to see that.
I do know another name who's put there.
Some people are going to be pissed with the 20 million that they've made on the gates and not be getting McGregor and Chandler. Though, do you reckon some people?
Oh yeah, of course.
Give me a
They're definitely not going to make McGregor money, but they're big names enough to save the card.
You go into the comment section on the UFC post saying that the press conference was postponed, and it is nothing but venom. Like, people are pissed that they canceled the press conference. Yeah.
Do you reckon they have to pay Chandler? Like, they've still got to give him the bucks that were meant to be giving him. Like, just yeah, I mean, this guy's waited for fucking ages for this fight, bro. For it to get called, if it is getting called, to get called in 3 weeks' notice.
He was still in his early 30s. Sorry, yeah, his mid 30s when they started looking at the fight. Now he's in his late 30s. So yeah, he's waited a long time.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say now he's in his early 50s waiting on this motherfucking fight. McGregor.
If he waits any longer, he'll have Jake Paul calling him out.
Yeah.
Although the one other person who has spoken out is Jake Paul, saying that he knows something that he's not going to be saying right now, but they're all full of shit and they just need to get their shit together and get it done. So that's one thing that Jake Paul said about this as well, is that there's something happening that we don't quite know about.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a big fan of Jake Paul. I tend to take everything he says with a grain of salt.
I wouldn't even take it with a grain of salt. I just fucking ignore it. Straight up.
Oh, you guys are on me tonight.
It's like, bro, it's giving off some funky vibe. Like it's spreading.
No, yeah.
But he's quoting Dana from 2016.
Y'all's a baldy, man. And if the head's catching cold, man, keep your head warm, man. You know what I mean?
I'm glad I made you go and fact check that shit because we were like sitting here, you know what I mean, spreading fake news.
No,
you don't know how much research I've done, and I'm like, I didn't come across that once.
Yeah, I've looked at it, and I'm like, nope, ain't seen
How? Like, where the hell did I see it then? That's so crazy.
South Africa.
No, someone would have been recycling old shit. For sure.
Behind.
Someone would have been recycling old shit for the clicks.
Yeah, 100%.
Fair enough.
That's what's doing, Eden. Everybody's just jumping on the it could be this, it could be that bullshit.
But this is half the fun of a build up to a McGregor fight. It's just an absolute shit show.
It's not fucking.
I mean, look, I still hope, like, there's some hope that this fight actually takes place. You know what I mean? Because I still, like I said, I still feel like I'm missing the conclusion to the last Ultimate Fighter when they're about to premiere a new one. So
yeah, how's Aldo back in there?
Give him that rematch, please.
That's what I want to see.
You know what I mean? Give him that rematch. We have over 100 people watching right now. If you're watching on other platforms, please, to help the guys out, make sure you're coming over to YouTube. Come over to YouTube, people, and you will be helping them out with watch hours and all the good stuff that, you know, the algorithm is supposed to help us with. So make sure you're going to the Rambling That podcast, you're going to the Head Kick podcast, and you're coming to the Fight Week show. Make sure you're going to the YouTube pages and helping us out with the views over there. So big up to all of you. Thank you for stopping by. Leroy, we're talking about replacements. Spin the clip.
During a recent interview with Submission Radio, Alexander Volkanovski was asked whether he'd consider a short notice fight in the main event spot at UFC 303. The Australian outlined plans to take a break following a second straight knockout loss earlier this year. But with Volkanovski appearing to be getting the itch to compete again, he didn't shut down the possibility of saving the day, as he did in Abu Dhabi last October.
How tempting is that? I know October is when you want to come back, but International Fight Week main event, you and Michael Chandler potentially.
I mean, something like that, yes.
Or you, I suppose, maybe someone else.
Mate, like, I reckon, 100%. You know, I'll be...
is it the Chandler fight for you, or is it...
I mean, just as long as it's a big fight, you know what I mean? As long as it's a big fight, I wouldn't just take any fight, you know, because, like you said, that's a big deal. Save the day as well. I know. I feel like I love just saving the day as well. I'm just that good of a guy. I might have to save the day. I'll save the day. Yeah. So, but obviously get paid well for it as well. But you never know.
This guy.
Look, soon as 302 was done, I mean. Soon as the fight was done, we saw Dustin lose. Not long, Volkanovski takes to social media and calls out Dustin. I said, bro, don't be thinking of hanging up them gloves. You know what I mean? Let's do one last dance before you go into the sunset. But now he's now diverting his focus to maybe a Chandler. I mean, these are 155ers now, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, Chandler was probably looking to fight this fight at 170, right? So what weight classes Volkanovski talking about here? We're talking 55, and we know he used to be a big guy, so maybe he could probably fill up. How quick can he fill up? For me, I don't know if Chandler will come all the way down to 55 for the set date when he's probably already preparing to do the fight at 170. Yao, I don't know what you think. Give us your take on Volkanovski looking at potentially eyeballing Chandler to save the card.
I come from a land down under. Since we're singing tunes today, where's the ukulele, McDane? So, look, for Chandler, it's a very difficult situation right now because I'm ready because he's been waiting, like we said, for 2 years, and he can't miss this opportunity to fight because if he does, how much longer will he wait? Who is he even going to fight? Now we've got Volkanovski coming and saying that he might want to come in and replace Conor McGregor. We know Volkanovski loves to fight, but 303 is at the end of June. We saw what happened to him against Islam Makhachev coming in at about 2 weeks' notice or so. I don't think it's a good thing for him to be taking short notice fights based on what happened against Islam, because we know what Volkanovski can do, but we saw him at short notice. There are certain fighters who are short notice fighters, and unfortunately, he proved that he's not quite one of them. So for him to even consider this, I think is him just saying, look, you know how much I love to fight. If you offered it to me, I'd probably take it, but I'm not taking that one seriously. I don't think, I mean, like you said, at what weight class, how are they going to put this together? What are the stakes in that case? You know, it's more questions than answers to say that Volkanovski is a possible replacement. I'd love to see the fight, sure, but for what purpose? Like, and then what? Like, what is that? The last fight of Michael Chandler's career? Is he just trying? Like, what would be the objective of that fight for Volkanovski and Chandler? And for the UFC, is it just a fight to showcase something because we couldn't get McGregor? And if that's the case, I mean, we can showcase with other people, but I'm not really keen on the Chandler versus Volkanovski fight. I don't know who else we can find for Chandler. But yeah, something that I guess makes some sort of sense that's not a money fight. Like you said, Charles, the Bronx, let's do part 2. Let's see what happens. Let's see if Chandler's learned from that. Let's see if he can get himself ready properly for a Du Bronx, and then maybe he can be back in the title contention. But yeah, against Volkanovski, sure, Volk, we know you love to fight, but no, not this one.
So am I mistaken here? Is it not at 170? The Chandler versus McGregor?
Yeah.
I was thinking, yeah, it was going to be 170.
Yeah. So
there was no way Conor's ranking 55. Look, you see the size of it. That fucker went making 75.
So I don't think, I mean, I don't question that Volkanovski would do it, but it would still have to happen at 170 because Chandler's been prepping for 170 this whole time. And I think that's just too big a gap. It actually falls in favor of someone like Charles Oliveira stepping in on short notice if he competes at 170, because at short notice, you haven't got to cut that weight that you weren't preparing to cut.
Yeah, I mean, McDang, what's your take on Volkanovski against? Because for me, the size difference is a thing, right? Like I said, yeah, we know Volkanovski can feel into the body, but really and truly, does he even make that before the fight? We saw how long it took Jon Jones to go from light heavy to heavyweight. Like, I don't know if filling up back to say a welterweight to go and see with Chandler, because it don't look to me that Chandler was going to make 55 in the time period that's left. Maybe it's possible, but it definitely weakened him. I don't know what you think, because I think his preparation would, at least for Conor, the weight class would have been a factor.
Yeah, I don't think he's making 170 like Leroy pointed out there. I mean, that's a massive jump. And what type of Volkanovski are we going to see if he got to 170? Like, short, stocky ass motherfucker, like
slower.
Not to mention recent knockout losses. One from that,
I just don't think it's a good. Don't get me wrong here. I mean, there to save the day, like you said, and it would be absolutely fucking scenes. Everybody would go nuts. Like, oh my god, he's stepping in to do this. It'd just end badly for him. I mean, at the same time, we're not seeing Chandler for a while. So, how's he looking? Yeah, I mean, I've seen him training and shit, and obviously he's probably stayed active with his training. But
I saw that fucker doing backflips with some fucking big ass fucking gym training.
Yeah,
like
mate,
6 or 7 of them fucking backflips. I was like, what the fuck, this brother is? He is ready, man. He's ready to go.
I don't think Volk stands a chance at 170. I think even at 155, I think Chandler.
Everyone underrates that Aussie wrestling though.
Fuck your Aussie wrestling, bro. You've got 2 good fighters. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, I mean,
20-pound deficit against the D1 wrestler. He should be fine.
20-pound deficit in your bank account, son.
Yeah.
I
mean, hey, Leroy, I know you want to carry the flag for the Aussies, and I get it, because I'd probably be the same. If it was one of my countrymen fighting. In fact, I do not tolerate any slander. Hey, Rosie, you're back with that nonsense again, man. Are you still back in Fury? Come on, let it go, Rosie, man. Rosie, let it go. No, big up yourself, Rosie. Big up yourself.
So I don't think that Volkanovski would be offered the fight for one. And 2, I would be favoring Michael Chandler on that. I think there's just too big a discrepancy in the classes.
Yeah, For me, I just think look, maybe they could add a Volkanovski to the card and find him a suitable fight. Maybe another lightweight, but I wouldn't mind Do Bronx because it did something for Neymar's foundation. It was weight cutting and fans were donating money, you know, while he did a open weight cut for the fans, and they donated a lot of money to Neymar's foundation. So maybe he's near, at least doing that weight cut will take him away from his walk around weight cut.
Also deplete him for no reason.
Or he could be getting himself in shape for something like this happening. He's been calling out Conor for a long time. Maybe if something falls through, he might want to jump in. He's been he's got a win over Chandler, put the rematch together. So for me, both sides would have made sense for Do Bronx at this moment in time. And I think even doing it at 170 wouldn't be a problem for Do Bronx because he's big and he can feel into that right quick. His walk around is probably way bigger than 170. So I don't know what. Yeah, go on.
At the end of the day, the truth is, someone like we were saying earlier, someone like Ariel Helwani, with the number of inside sources that he has, and he's saying yes, this fight's gonna. I mean, anything can happen, but he's saying yes, the fight's gonna happen as far as he's aware. That gives me a great deal of confidence. I don't actually watch Ariel Helwani that much, but when he says something like that, I tend to take it pretty seriously.
So do we think that this is them just hyping the fight in that case? Because we've seen all kinds of crazy techniques to hype mega fights. Is this another way to not only gauge interest, but get people more interested? Now, I know that sounds crazy because you don't cancel a press conference. You cancel a fight or whatever, but a press conference is a very interesting thing to cancel to try and gain hype. But do we think that this could be a hype gainer for the fight?
It could 100% could be. I don't think it is, but it 100% could be.
Look, I agree. I don't think it is. I think when Conor's fighting, bro, they don't need none of these gainers or hype. That does that for himself. It's already a well-oiled machine, ready to go whenever Conor. And like I said, forget the fight. I'm looking the best part of the whole thing is what they fucking canceled the other day, and I was pissed off because I was looking forward to it. You know what I mean? So, look, it is what it is.
Fucked up my Monday.
Yeah, these things happen, man. But I was looking forward to that, man. And that would have been the best part of the whole fucking the whole build up. And Conor just brings that, anyways. So for me, if Conor's fighting, the build-up is a given. The hype's going to be there. They're going to sell out.
I've seen a shit ton of talk about this fight is the fight to make for Conor because with a win over Chandler, you could actually put him in for a title fight. As crazy as that is, you could put him in for a title fight.
It's mad. Like he just sells tickets. That's what this brother does. He's done it for a long time. And it's never really dipped. Every time we're talking about pay-per-view views, like that shit don't dip when Conor's fighting. It sells out. So, definitely UFC. I mean, UFC is definitely going to be feeling the pain on that one, man. Especially they be fucking watering, licking their fucking mouth and waiting for that one there to drop, and then it's just.
If it is a PR stunt, I mean. Well done, because every news outlet, mainstream or MMA,
we're all talking about it.
Everyone's talked about it. Absolutely everyone. The timeline, my timelines are always social. What's that?
Some of us are even claiming he's got a shin injury. Like that's how deep we're talking about it. Making up.
And motherfuckers are going back all the way to 2016 to fucking find something out. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, this shit is crazy, people. This shit is crazy. Big up all of 126 of you that's watching us right now, whatever platform you're watching us on. Please come on over to YouTube. Go to the Rambling That Podcast, Head Kick Podcast, the Fight Week Show. Go give us a like on there. Stay with us over there. You're gonna be helping the channels out a great deal, people.
Drop a comment
yeah,
in
man.
the comment section.
Yeah,
Every
that's
spot
the
you
other
can.
thing,
That
like,
helps.
Engage
in
in the
That
comments.
helps the algorithm.
Get in the fucking
Yeah,
comment
man.
section, man, and just start ripping the shit. Even if you want to say "fuck Leroy," or if
Yeah,
you want
well,
to
I'm
tell
down
Devin,
for the I'm down for the challenge.
Spam that shit, man. You know what I mean? Get in the comment and spam that shit. Big up Robocop in the house. I see you, Robocop. Naz, salute to you and all your 20 wives. Big up yourself, my bro.
He's up
Big
to
up
20.
Rosie. Yeah, he's up to
20.
20 now, but he's up to 20, man. You know what I mean? It was 19 last week. Yeah, but he's up to 20. Naz be doing the damn thing. So yeah, big up to everybody in the house right now, man. Salute to all of you. Okay, Static as well. Big up yourself, Static. We got another one here because straight after 302, they asked Dana about pound for pound rankings. Leroy, spin the clip, brother.
Islam Makhachev defeated Dustin Poirier in the main event at UFC 302. In doing so, he successfully retained his UFC lightweight championship. Following the fight, it was clear to all that Islam is the number one guy at lightweight, and for many, the number one guy in the entire company. However, Dana White disagreed with that theory, as he noted during the post-fight press conference.
Jon Jones beat everybody at light heavyweight, then beat the best heavyweight in the division like it was nothing at a higher weight class.
So
Jon Jones is absolutely positively the pound for pound best fighter in the world, probably the greatest fighter of all time in any sport. When you think about
Islam gave little thought to the comments by Dana.
it's Jon Jones. What do you think about that?
I don't know. Maybe it's his opinion, but I think I saved this card today because all these fights boring and the whole arena almost sleep, and we should always.
Yeah, Islam's right. It was a painful watch along, you know what I mean? Serious. That watch along, that was fucking. It was good, but painful in terms of the fight. 8 decisions, man, 2 finishes. And it was painful for McDane because he thought he was going to get on the table with, man. He thought he was going to get next to the table, man. But he fell one fight shot, one fight. And I leave another day at the top of the table. One more week, but I'm on top of the table.
I've told you a million times, bro. What goes up must come down. Your time will come, son. Your time will come. You'll be eating the scraps that I'm dropping.
Hey, listen, I'm just cussing the card. Let me cuss that card in peace, bro.
Mate.
Let me cuss that card in peace.
Card all around.
Look, let's come to you back then. Actually, since it's for the card was successful. Islam says it saved the card. He's happy he got double bonuses, just like Holloway did the other day or the other week. And calling Jon Jones pound for pound, he's resenting it a little bit. What's your take on it? Considering you got the pound for the quote unquote from Dana's pound for pound gloves in your house right now, but you know what I mean? Like,
I do,
yes,
mate.
you do.
I mean, I could go
Let's get that in. Let's get that in. You know what I mean?
I would refer Dana to his own company's website that says that Islam Makhachev is number 1 in the pound for pound top ranked division, and then Jon Jones is number 2, and then tell him to shut his mouth. Shut your mouth. I get what he's saying, right? So what he did lead on to say in that clip that you just played there is look at who Jon Jones has beat, and then you go and review that he moved up a weight class and beat, and I say this lightly, beat the number 1 fighter in the heavyweight division. And I'm like, if Cyril Gane
de facto number 1.
Yeah, if Cyril Gane's a number 1 heavyweight. Yeah, de facto because Ngannou fucking left. You know what I mean? Like, Ngannou just beat him. He's had favorable matchups, and then as soon as he came up against somebody that has the fucking skills and a different part of a game, he got absolutely wrecked by Jon Jones. Yeah, I mean, within like.
I do think it's very suspect how Jones just happened to. Okay, now I'm fighting in the heavyweight immediately after Ngannou left.
Yeah,
2 years making that transition, and then bam, okay, I'm ready now.
Yeah, right, exactly. And can you say pound for pound when he's only had 1 fight, and the person that he beat was Cyril Gane, who's clearly not got a mixed martial arts background as much as what you'd expect a number 1 heavyweight to have? Yeah, I mean, even I think fucking Curtis Blades is more an all-round fighter than what Cyril Gane is, for fuck's sake. Like, mate. So what I was going to say, what I was getting to is, so obviously at the end of the fight, Islam said he wants to go up and he wants to face Leon, or he wants to face whoever it is who's got the belt. He wants to move up. He wants to go for that double champ status. So on the way that Dana White worded it is the fact that Jon Jones won so many and was so dominant, and then moved up and beat one fucking dude at a weight class heavier than him. He was the number one in that weight class. So if Islam moves up and beats the number one dude, then why can't, just because Jon Jones is there, he still can't be the pound for pound when he's basically just done the same shit. Right, okay, he's maybe not had as many fights. He's maybe not defended as many times what Jon Jones did. And Jon Jones was also from a different era of fighters from what Islam's going against. But Islam's beat the best of the best in the lightweight division. Like,
he has now. That was the only shit you could give him for a while there, was that he hadn't really faced the top of it. But now he's been through them.
Yeah, been through every single fucking one of them. So if he moves up a weight class and he beats Leon, Boal, whoever the fuck it is that holds the belt at that time, if that's what his next fight is going to be, can Dana even argue, based on his own logic, that he's not the pound for pound number one?
And so in that same vein, like 155 historically is the most competitive division.
Yeah.
Like Islam's one title defense away from breaking a 16-year-old record.
Mm-hmm.
Who it's held by, tied by 3 people, but no one's been able to get a 4th consecutive win as champion. I mean, that just shows you the depth of that division. I mean, heavyweight's even worse than that, I believe. But I mean, the big boys, one shot, you're out, right?
Yeah.
There's no question how great Jon Jones is. I mean, he cleared out. He essentially ruined light heavyweight. Like it's that division compared to others, it probably isn't that great anymore. And then you look back when Jones was just getting in there, like it was full of killers, absolutely stacked full of killers. But pound for pound, how can you be number one pound for pound with one fight in 2 years? It just doesn't make sense. You can be the GOAT, you can't be number one pound for pound with one fight in 2 years. One fight, really, because it was 2 years to get to heavyweight. Then the one fight at heavyweight against Cyril Gane, and now we're coming up to 2 years again.
Obviously, did you see Jon Jones's tweet right after that press conference from and an endorsement from Dana? Did anybody see that tweet? If you go on Jon Jones's page, you see it right there. He said, "Big up to the boss for giving him that, the
nod."
Yeah, for giving him that, but the appraisal, if you like, and he's had a front seat to his career the entire time. So the boss knows what he's talking about, and everybody else that's saying it's not him, they just hate him, basically. I'm paraphrasing, but in the brackets of those that little sentence there is what is really looking to allude to. I don't know. You see, Jones.
Would you expect him to say anything different there?
I'm
not going to say, "Yeah, I'm the pound for pound number one."
Like obviously, he's loving the endorsement from Dana, and Dana to an extent has a point to an extent, but not all the way to saying whoever's ranking any fighter above Jones should not be doing the rankings ever. Like, come on, bro, what are you talking about? Like, Islam's been busy.
It got a community note.
There you go.
So Jon Jones said it felt awesome to get that level of recognition from the boss, the man that's literally been here since UFC 1. I know the haters are not going to like this comment, but Dana's pretty hard person to argue with. Dana White has had a front row seat to my entire career. Facts are facts. And then the community note is Dana White. Dana was not in the UFC at UFC 1. Dana started at UFC 30, which was 7 years later. I fucking love community notes.
Fucking killed him. But shit. you lot get the point. Like, I know what Dana's saying, but come on, activity fucking matters in pound for pound rankings. Like you said, you can say it's the GOAT because he's never lost a fight. And you could say, oh yeah, if you lock him in a room, every time Jon Jones walks out, yeah, we understand all of that, right? But the activity is what really builds pound for pound. It's what really builds pound for pound. And let's face it, Jones ain't been busy. He's been busy ducking than he is fighting, bro. Let's face it, he's ducking hospital.
Like, mate, it's like crying as a bike. He's injured, bro. He's injured.
You know what I mean? He's ducking hospital.
That injury should have been the sign. Okay, the Jones Stipe fight's not happening. Jones get better.
They're still hyping that fight up. I saw Dana talking waffle the other day when they asked him about, what do you think about the prospect of Jones and Stipe? I love it. I'm like, shut up. Man. But you
don't want to see Tyson fight.
Like, it's crazy. Bro, this shit is fucking is absurd to me. But hey, I don't make the rules. I don't pick the fight. I do none of that. I'm just here to talk about it. But
to be honest with you, if Jones doesn't fight soon, I think he should definitely go to Slap League and do some power slapping. I think that'll shake him right and give him another title. I'm not hating on Jon Jones. I absolutely love Jon Jones. I think he's the GOAT, but I agree with all of you. He needs to stop ducking Tom Aspinall, and he needs to get active if he wants to be considered as a pound-for-pound fighter right now. Quite frankly, when he was inactive, he even tweeted at some point, "Take me off that stupid list," when he had gone down to about number 10 or something because of inactivity. So in my opinion, he should have the same energy right now. If you're inactive, you should be dropping and then complaining about it, not being up there and saying, yeah, I should, because the boss says that I've got, look, if you go into a room with me, I will win 9 times out of 10. I will, but that's still not being active in terms of the pound for pound list. So I say you should go do some slap league in the meantime, maybe some bare knuckle, and then come back. I don't know. But yeah, we want to see Jon Jones active if he wants to be on the pound for pound list. And for me, Islam, definitely number 1.
The only reason that this is a thing to begin with is because everyone's paying homage to what Jones has done in the history, like his record. Like everyone's looking at what he's done. That's the pound for pound is about activity. Got to be active.
Got to be active, man. And Islam's been working. So I don't know. I don't even know how that's even an argument, man. You know what I mean? And
that's what Dana kept repeating as well. Well, if you consider what pound for pound's all about, all right, Dana, what's pound for pound all about?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You keep saying it, but you won't say it.
It's the same. It's the same shit though. Like when Conor first started becoming inactive back in 2015 or 2016, whatever it was, and he was still way up in the rankings. And you're like, why the fuck is this cunt in the rankings? This makes no sense. He hasn't fought in forever. But I think it's also about that name value.
100%.
Yeah, it's all crazy, man. But look, when we eventually see Jon Jones fight again, everybody else that keeps fighting can't get put on that pound for pound top of the list, because Jones is the best and will walk out of any room that you put it in with another fighter or another man. That's what Jones is pound for pound for. Fucking hell, man. That shit
makes no sense.
That shit is jokes, bro. Get in the fucking.
Say he's the greatest of all time.
Nobody's arguing. Yeah. Nobody's really arguing that. Yeah, but pound for pound is a whole different. It's a whole different. It's just a whole different thing, man.
There's few names that you could even say across any sport. You could start to That's how impressive what he's done is. But pound for pound, that ain't it.
Yeah, makes no sense.
We end up coming back on Peds. Anyway, I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, sure.
Well, talking about Peds, Ryan Garcia, Leroy, spin the tape, brother.
Garcia tested positive for the banned substance Ostarine in urine test the day before his victory over Haney and immediately post-fight. The 25-year-old was quick to plead his innocence and requested for his B sample to be tested. A month on, however, the results of that have not put Garcia in the clear. Per boxing reporter Dan Rafael, who was the first to reveal news of Garcia's failed test last month, Garcia's B samples also tested positive for Ostarine. Garcia was quick to react on social media, claiming he was set up by Devin Haney and his team.
Supposedly I'm clean the whole way through. The last literal moment I supposedly took steroids. I'm not that much of a fucking idiot, first of all. These motherfuckers set it up. How do they have this excuse already built in? His fucking brother was like, oh, he's gonna test positive for PEDs.
Bruh.
How the fuck would you know that? They trying to play me, try to take my victory. I never took Sarah's life, never would. These motherfuckers are clowns. He just claimed I don't want no rematch. So,
bro,
that boy's wild, man.
I mean, Garcia. I mean, look, King Rai. He does what he does. Everybody knows him. I came back on stream and said, boy, he played every single ball. He played us. He played all of us. Yo, is King Rai still playing us? By trying to stick it on fucking Haney? Is he still playing us? Talk to me, yo.
At this point, it's excuses. Unfortunately, you get your A sample tested, it's positive. You get your B sample tested, it's positive. I mean, if it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck. I mean, quack, quack, it's a duck. So I don't think at this point it's playing games. At this point, it's tantamount to making excuses for whatever reason there is that there was a negative test or positive test in his sample. So, you know, he's King Rai, and with everything we saw before the fight, I think he's trying to say, listen, I'm not as crazy as I was, or you thought I was. I was really trying to win that fight. It just didn't happen. But now suddenly there's banned substances in his urine. So I don't know what's going on with him. Let's hope he just sits down and keeps quiet for some time, because I think that's what he needs to do, just to compose himself, because now he's becoming erratic, and that we don't like.
So you follow his social media, man. Like, it's just one post after another of whatever's going through his head at the time. By the looks of things, like he really just posts whatever's happening. He's using social media like we did when Facebook first hit the scene. You know, you really just posted whatever was in your head.
You've just described both Donald Trump and Elon Musk.
Yeah,
so in theory, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But I mean, even him and his team are blaming raspberry lemonade supplements and Haney's team and people from New York Athletic Commission having a hand in it, because one of Haney's team members is a part of the New York Athletic Commission. Denying every accusation. Is this the Donald Trump's playbook where you just deny it and eventually it fucks off until you get a conviction?
When you say, you know, deny until it fucks off, this is not one of those that just fucks off because you knocked somebody out in the process in a fucking boxing fight where that third thing is supposed to be illegal, right?
And I think that Haney might actually be changed after that fight.
The confidence could be lost. There's a number of nuances.
He's currently banned by New York Athletic Commission indefinitely. I'm sure that'll eventually get cleared up, like most of the indefinite bans do. It's pretty concerning. If he did cheat, I mean, that's lifetime ban kind of stuff.
And I think the bigger issue here is the fact that Garcia is blaming Haney and his team for a positive test. That, I mean, makes no sense. Two positive tests, which I think is really where the problem with what Ryan's doing is that now he's not just not taking accountability. He's now trying to pull Haney into this nonsense that he pulled him into in the first place and trying to keep him there. And I think that's not okay. That's definitely not okay. Like, let Haney go. Let him go on to this next fight. Let him recover from whatever happened in that fight, that loss, whether Ryan was overweight or was on peds. Let him recover. Let him go and come back better. But still throwing him in and saying that he and his team set him up. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
McDane, I mean, you was in the back earlier on while we're talking about Garcia, and Garcia is out here trying to say Haney and his team and his brother, they all set him up, and they're trying to make him out to be a drug cheat. He never cheated, all this other shit. What's your take on? Because I'm still looking at it as, is this brother still playing us? Because I felt like he played us throughout the whole build up of that fight, and that's what he's supposed to do. As you know, when you're trying to sell the fight, doing the press conference, doing a whole bunch of craziness. on social media claiming mental health and talking about Illuminati, this, that, and the other, talking some crazy shit he was talking about. And then all of a sudden, he goes in there and knocks out Haney. And people thinking, whoa, what happened to this crazy motherfucker that we saw before the fight? It turns out he's on PEDs. Now, he's now saying they set him up. Like, what's your take on all of this? The whole thing. You still on mute with your looking ukulele.
He was frozen.
Bam, bam, bam. I believe him, mate. 100% wholeheartedly believe him. He was set up. It's a ruse, the entire thing.
You know what? You know what, though? I'm actually a massive fan of Ryan Garcia, and I want to believe him. I really want to believe him.
I called it before. Well, I never called it. You know what I mean? I just tweeted about it and just said, he's fucking failed the drug test. He's fucking acting like an absolute psycho, drinking beer on the stage. Turned out to be apple juice or whatever the fuck it was. And I got dragged, bro, like in the comment section. I had to mute that motherfucker. I actually had to fucking mute the tweet because there was boxing fans that were like proper fucking butthurt by that comment. And I was just like, I actually even had to comment underneath it going, all right, potential fucking failed drug test. And then it came out and I was like, nobody say shit. Anybody out there want to come and fucking drag me now? No, nobody came and dragged shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, motherfucker took peds. Like Yao said, just own up to it, bro, and just get the fuck on with it. That's the only way you're gonna be able to do it.
Well, you definitely can't own up to it. That'll be lifetime.
Well, you think you should do a Dilly show? You should do a TJ Dilly show.
The amount of money that man brings in, the amount of fucking pay-per-views that it gets sold, you think him admitting that he took peds is going to be career suicide?
Well, I remember get sued by Haney.
I remember TJ.
He literally on purpose.
The snake.
He literally put the news out before the news came out, just to get in front of it. Like, people were wondering, hold on, we ain't even got the result yet. Why are you telling us you're on peds?
He didn't say anything. He just said I'm vacating.
Like, Then he came out just before the results came out. I said, yeah, I took, you know what I mean? He was on juice, and that's what fucking was doing.
I still haven't
trying to fight Triple C, bend the knee, brother. You know what I mean?
I still haven't forgiven him for that.
What's wrong with you?
What prices we're talking about, Rosie? I could be interested in a timeshare in the Bermuda Triangle. Can I send Leroy first to check out the crib?
I'm from Australia, man. Bermuda Triangle ain't got fuck all on me.
Hey, listen, do you people see what is this Bermuda Triangle thing? Is it a real? Is it a real thing? I thought it was a myth, you know, like
are we getting a conspiracy corner?
It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
It's fucking myth. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, right? You hear about it all your life, but I've never walked into the motherfucker. Right, so I can't comment or speculate.
I certainly have, and I could guarantee it's all bullshit.
You're a flat earther, though, so nobody cares.
Flat earth.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. Just before we sign up, people, salutes to every single one of you that stay with us. I say 165 across all platforms. This motherfuckers here. Big up to all of them. Make sure you're going on their platforms right now. Follow them on social media. Follow them on their YouTube pages. Head Kick Podcast and the Rambling That Podcast. Make sure that you're following all of them on social media. Before we get out of here, we got a few minutes to go. Yeah, the EFC, the weigh-ins was today. And everybody if you haven't seen it yet, go to the Head Kick Podcast right now. We did a prediction show on there yesterday for the EFC card. Go over there, check out the picks and some of the reasons why we picked some of the fighters over there. Yeah, I'll show some love when you get there.
Terrence now gonna fuck some shit up.
The weigh-ins was today, bro. I definitely haven't caught it up yet, but I'm gonna be getting the exclusive from you on what happened at the weigh-ins.
So the weigh-ins were absolutely spicy. EFC 114 is going to be an event that I think we weren't all expecting to be that hot, but it's going to be a hot event. The two fights I want to point out are the main and the co-main event. These two fights are absolutely scintillating. We've got Ayanda the Power Zwane versus Simbrashi Okonya, where Simbrashi Okonya has a win over Ayanda the Power Zwane, and he wants to get his O back. So they are very, very, very hungry for this fight. It's in the featherweight Grand Prix to face Iga Smiley Kabesa, the featherweight GOAT, one of the greatest MMA practitioners on the African continent, and he will be watching live tomorrow. So it's going to be, the energy is going to be there. Then we have the main event, Terence Balelo versus a 4-day replacement in the form of Liridon Ramani. Now, at the weigh-ins, what happened? A headbutt. In the face-off, Liridon Ramani headbutted Terence Balelo. It was practically a kiss, like right up in his face. It was crazy. Terence kept his composure, but tomorrow's fight is going to have the right type of aggression, the right type of skills. If the weigh-ins are anything to go by, the energy between Okonya and Zwane as well is just, whew. The weigh-ins have definitely set the bar for what tomorrow is going to be, and it's going to be an absolutely fantastic fight night. Everyone listening, don't forget you must tune in, efcworldwide.com. We'll be also live streaming, broadcasting from the event on our Instagram and our YouTube.
I'll be watching. On Ayanda, in the co-main, he lost. That was his first professional bout, and he's been four fight win streak since.
Yep.
I mean, he just had the pro jitters. It's not uncommon for fighters to lose their pro debut. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I see a trilogy written all over this, man. Like,
it'd be a good trilogy. Yeah.
I see a trilogy written all over this, man.
They can build each other.
McDane, what you expecting from at least some couple of the fighters that you know is performing on the main card tomorrow at EFC 114?
Mate, after seeing Terence get headbutted today, I think he's actually going to come out and smash this motherfucker. Like, he was so cool and calm of it too. Like, after the dude went to headbutt him, he was just like, yeah, whatever. I was expecting a reaction, but we know what the Big Boss Bolello was all about. You know what I mean? He stayed chilled, man. Like, chilled as a fucking cucumber, and he was just like, cool, we'll settle this in the cage. You know what I mean? Is it the hexagon they call it? So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And Ayanda the Power, mate. Can't wait to see this, bro.
Top bloke as well.
Get in there. Yeah, mate. He's honestly like so polite and soft spoken, and like I said to him in that stream too, like he's so self-aware, and I'm just, mate, can't wait to see those two. They're the two fights I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah,
sorry to jump in. What is Rosie on about? 120k to no offers.
Send your ass to the Bermuda Triangle for 60k. Everybody want to chip in? Or
yeah. How much of that do I get?
I got 6 pence.
Do I get the 60k?
No,
I got 6 pence somewhere, man. 6 pence.
She puts you on a plane, and we never have to see you again.
You don't reckon I'd be setting up a stream in the Bermuda Triangle?
Bro, you're fucking fired.
That I would pay to see that one day. You know what I mean? I would super chat to definitely see that one. Man.
Yeah, mate.
No joke thing. Yo, big up to everybody that stayed with us. 170 of you in the house today. Salute to you. Make sure, like I said, you're jumping over to our YouTube channels, the Rambling That Podcast, the Head Kick Podcast, and the Fight Week Show. Make sure you're going over there. Drop a like, drop a comment on the video. And if you're watching on playback as well, make sure you're dropping a like as you come in. And then, people, we've got the prediction show coming up on Friday. By that time, we would have the result of EFC 114. I'll probably talk about it. But on our next Dust Stop Shakedown video, we're going to be talking about that fully.
Just let me pull this up real quick.
Yeah, please. Ooh.
Come this weekend, the king is back, motherfucker.
That's 140 to Ola, 139 to McDane. I mean,
still only
it's neck and neck. I'm surprised how well.
No. Yeah, hey, listen. Do not take my 1 point victory. Do you know how much work you have to do to get a point victory on this fucking competition? Do not even try and diminish my 1 point lead about his neck and neck. It ain't neck and neck, bro. It's not neck and neck. I'm not fucking having it. You are not fucking. No, it's not neck and neck, man. It's lonely at the top. It's lonely at the top.
There's this high pitched noise I can hear right now. It's making it really hard to hear what you're saying.
That 1 point is precious, bro. That 1 point is precious. I am not having it, man. That 1 point is fucking precious.
Are you finished? You're gonna pick your dummy up?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, yeah, I'm done. I love you, bro. Yeah, Leroy, go and pull up the points week on week. Like, well, just for last week's though. Like,
Nobody gives a fuck, bro.
No. Last event's points.
No.
How many did you get there?
No.
How many did I get? 9. So 1 point.
That's what I'm saying,
bro. 1 point is fucking precious, is what you were saying right there. Yeah. Whoa. Man had his minute. Man had 2 minutes. You can shut the fuck up. Right. So, has anybody noticed? Right, I was doing my own little prediction show before doing the Friday prediction show, and then I kind of thought to myself, why am I doing 2 prediction shows a week? I can just stick to the live one, and then I can try and focus on some other content rather than doing that. So, since doing that, I don't think you've beaten me week on week. This motherfucker was watching my prediction show, taking down notes, coming rocking up on a Friday and dropping my man's picks. You know what I mean? Like, that's exactly what was happening. And since...
So I could prove that's not the case if you want, but yeah.
Shut up, Leroy. Let me have my fucking minute. Fucking Australian bastard. You know what I mean? Can't. So yeah.
So I'll tell you this. Ola hit 2 weeks where he got 12 points in the last month. You haven't hit 12 points since you had your clean sweep all the way like 2.5 months ago.
That's fine. You only got 12 points.
It's been a minute. I mean, you've been hanging in there though.
And I send my picks way before we even do the show.
Ola consistently sends me his picks first.
Like way before.
Picks. He's fucking
the shit picks. Got your dick pic.
That's the pics he sends you first.
That's the other folder.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, he was 1 point above you the week prior, and you were 1 point this week. So he's got 5 weeks together of being number one.
Yeah. How many did I have?
Your record, I think you're sitting on 8. 8 weeks.
8 weeks at the top, bro. See, when you get to 8 weeks and you beat it and get to 9, then you can come and speak to me. But until then.
In total, you've been in first place for 11 events. Ola's been in first place for 7. And neither of the other two boys come close.
That's some numbers, bro. Yeah, I mean, that is some numbers that I want to hear.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Fucking Leroy's playing the ukulele to me right now.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying to stave off you motherfuckers, man, because I know you man are hunting top spot, but I'm trying to hold on to top spot. And who knows? I might get to hold on to it for another week with this upcoming card. So yeah. That's what
I'll be dropping the blank fight card tomorrow on Twitter as well. Or X.
Yeah,
man. Right. Yeah, man. That will be awesome. Rosie says, where did you get your orange beanie, Mr. Yao?
You like it, Rosie? Thank you. I got some flack for it at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, man.
No. The only flack that you got was quoting 2016 Dana White.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. Hashtag shin injury. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Injury. Hashtag
injury. Man said, where did I even find that?
Yeah, that was embarrassing. And I checked the date and
where did I even fucking find that? Fucking hell.
So I got a golden piece of information right here. It's only 8 years out of date.
Oh, piece of candy. Oh, piece of candy.
And wait, I haven't heard that anywhere. I'm like, yeah.
All right, boys.
Crazy. Anyways, let's wrap this up. Salute to everybody that's watching us. Big up yourself. Make sure you pull it back up. Friday, we got the prediction show. Wednesday, we're back with the Dust Up Shakedown, and we're going to be giving you all the current events that's been going on in MMA and combat sports industry. So, people,
and if you'll make enough noise, McDane will make a live stream as well for Saturday.
I might do. You going to be joining me?
I might do.
Ooh, saucy.
Bring the ukulele.
See you, boys.
How did you get down?